Okay, today we're talking line and wash and some of the tools that I have that I keep regularly on my desk that I like to use. So when we're talking line of wash, I like to paint first. It's always controversial. I usually paint my flowers loose and then finish it off with some line work. Sometimes I will do the line work first. Mostly I paint with the flowers first and then add the details. And for me, they're just details, picking up little highlights and interest. That's what I prefer to do. So this is one that I have prepared earlier for you. So this is what I like to do. Paint my flowers, they're loose, and then picking up just some details. They're not outlines, they are just details. And today I thought I would run you through some of the things that are constantly on my desk and what I like to use the most. Ink first. Okay, my favourite. This one, Kakamori. It's a Japanese ink. It's beautiful, it's waterproof. Doesn't tend to move much. It's probably one of my, that's my favourite. I do like to use the Parker ink. This is lovely. I refill this one, this pen with that. So I'll show you that later. This is the ink that I do like to use. They'll all be linked in the comments below. And the Atelier waterproof drawing ink, really nice. And I'll use it in a palette and usually use something that I dip in. So I like this one. It's pretty good, doesn't move much. I think they all kind of move a little once you add water back to it, but these three are my favourites. Tools. Firstly, this is just, you can see it's a Mont Marte calligraphy pen. You can get that in most shops, cheap shops, and they come with different nibs. I didn't bring the nibs over, but you can change those easily by pulling that out and pushing it back in. Okay, maybe later. Here we go. Just pushes in. I will get that back in later. Next, this is the Kakimori nib pen. Beautiful. Not cheap, but stunningly beautiful. This is my favorite. This is what I did this with. You can use it tight and get really beautiful fine lines. Sideways will give you more interesting, and of course, as always, the further you hold it back, the looser your marks are going to be. This is my favorite, but you know, big difference in price between these. I do like a glass pen. This is just a cheap one. It's from a cheap shop, glass pen. You have to be really careful with them. They do break. So when you're washing it off, if you're washing in water, don't tap the tip, because I had a favourite and I tapped the tip and that's that one done, gone. This is a Japanese bamboo or Chinese bamboo pen. I like them. They make really interesting marks. I tend to dip into a palette with these. Great, really good. You can do it with just a fine liner. This is the Princeton Aqua Elite, which Princeton, I love their brushes. This is just a #1 fine liner. There again, dip it in, really loose, holding it back on the end of the brush. This one is a Pigma Micron. They come in different sizes. That's a #2. They come in a very different range of sizes. You can also get chisel edge as well. These are great for traveling, so that it's easy to travel with. That one. And the last in pens is this one. This is the Piolet Perera. It's refillable. That one has a nice nib. I think that's the medium size nib. I would like a wider nib, but this is also great. I travel with this one as well. This is where we refill it up here. You pull that out. I refill it with the Parker ink, and you just twist that and it pulls the ink back up. There we go. They're really nice. Beautiful pen. Beautiful pen. Also, righto, any sort of stick. This is a toothpick or a kebab stick, anything, dipped in the ink and made beautiful lines. Beautiful. Like, so that's very pointed. And then also I like to play with sticks. So this is just a regular stick I got out of the garden. You can see I have used it. That makes really interesting marks. Let me show you up close. You're going to get all sorts of random marks with that one. Another one that I have sharpened. I just used my regular sharpener. I've sharpened to a point, and that's what I used yesterday to make these marks. I think I did it with this stick and this stick. So lots of different marks with this really interesting. There you go. Use a stick, sharpen it, and you'll get lots of really interesting marks. Let me show you. Let me just take this out. Let's just have a bit of a play. I'll put some ink out. You don't need much because you're really just dipping the tip in. Where do we start? I can't get that one back to get. Well. All right, we won't use that one. Glass pen. Pick it up, dab it off. Might be better if I dipped it into the whole bottle. It's going to give you much better lines. There you go, glass pen. Interesting. Probably if I dipped it in and filled it up, that's going to be much better. There's that one. Just rinse that off. Tissue and clean it off. The way you keep them clean. Bamboo pen. Same again. You know, you're going to get different lines. Okay. And use it different ways. Spin it round. Holding it loosely. You can get more, use it more controlled. There we are. Okay. Rinse it off. Wipe it off with a tissue. Look after your tools. Okay. The Kakimori with the Kakimori ink. Open that one up. There we go. You know, just a stunning pen. Use it sideways to get an interesting mark. Okay, you can come down and control it really nicely. It also holds a lot in the nib as well. And it's my favourite. I am biased, but that is my favourite. Although I love the sticks as well. I love them all for different reasons. I'm not going to use this one. Oh, all right, let's use that. A bit of drawing ink. Tap it off. You know, you're going to get a different mark again. And it does depend how much and how you use it. You know, you can push it to get really different lines. Fine, controlled. You could probably come down as well and there you go. So there you are. Just a fine liner is, you know, going to give you beautiful marks, and you have lots of options to control that as well. Clean that one off. Micron pen. It's probably the most popular of what you can use. And easily available. You know, these are really great. Leaves. There you go. Holding it loosely as well, back on the tip, will give you different marks. Okay. Let's see if this one, it doesn't have a lot of ink in it. Let me see if it's working. Nope, probably needs refilling. Just see if I can get that to work. There we go. There is a bit left in there. There we are. Sometimes they're a bit fiddly, but I just wet that one and it's working nicely. I'm still holding it very loosely. You can control that. I could probably even, you know, use it as a pen as well. You've got that option. That's the Piolet Perera pen. Let me see what I can do with just a kebab stick. Again, it's not holding a lot of ink, but it's also giving you lots of interest. There we go. A random stick. Where are we going to go? Up here. There we go. See, lots of interest. Really different, very different marks in all of them. I need to wash that one off. It will just dry. There you go. Oops. All right, last one. Just a stick that I have sharpened with a regular pencil sharpener. The more ink that you can get onto that, the better it is. You know, there's lots of interest there. There you go. A few different things, different tools. And, you know, you go and get a stick, sharpen it, see what you can do with it. A sharpened stick could also go in, you could use it once you put the paint down in your watercolour. Use a stick, move it around a little bit, experiment. And probably that is the key to it, experiment. This is what I did with the stick yesterday. Just some lines, so that is watercolour, and then I did the veins with the kebab stick, veins in here with the kebab stick, and then finished it off with, you know, some beautiful ink marks. Let's get some centre. Really interesting. There we go. I think the key to it, experiment. Try different things. These certainly are my favourite inks that I like, and see what yours is. I'd love to know if you've tried different inks, if you've found one that is really, really waterproof, that when you activate it, you cannot activate it with water. I'd love to know. Let me know. All right, hope that's been helpful. These are my beautiful tools, and I will list them all below.